And we are in live at 9 on WJLX. James Phillips here. I got a special guest in studio, Creek Wilson. For anybody that doesn't know Creek, he's a Jasper boy. He's a Jasper native and has traveled all over doing acting jobs. Started out as just an extra, and then have worked your way up to some pretty big roles in some pretty big films. So just tell us a little bit. I haven't had you on the radio show yet. I've told your story a couple times in other places, but tell the listeners a little bit about you and what got you into acting and that sort of thing.
Well, my daughter actually got me into acting. She saw me grow. She grew up watching me do a local theater in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and one thing led to another. She suggested it, and 13 years later, I have been very blessed, and I have had a lot of different acting roles that I'm proud of. Some that I'm not proud of.
There's some that you're proud of probably that you shouldn't be proud of too, right?
True.
What was it that, even growing up in Jasper and getting involved with community theater isn't necessarily the norm. So what has it always been about acting that you enjoy?
Well, actually, I started acting in some projects at Walker Junior College when I was there in the early 80s.
Yeah.
And then I was more into music and wanted to be a country singer. And then things happened, reality set in, that didn't work out. And then when I was 50 years old, boom, I just looked into the acting part of it.
Yeah. What was the first real break that you'd say?
The first real break was the 2017 Budweiser commercial that was on the Super Bowl.
Right, yeah.
So that was the first one.
See, your first real gig there, and there's only, 40 million people looking at it or more.
Right. And I had a substantial little role in it. So I could not believe it.
Well, and those Super Bowl commercials, they're so memorable. And if you have a memorable role in a big Super Bowl commercial, that's as good as getting a major acting gig like in a Disney film or something.
That is true.
Especially for somebody just starting out.
And that was the first get-go from, as far as my break.
Right. Talk a little bit about going from that commercial or doing commercials to how do you make the step then to go into television and film?
Well, I'm a firm believer in paying your dues, and what I mean in that is investing in yourself. And I did 2 or 3 background extra movies and ended up doing a stunt gig on one of them, and then taking lessons and with the right people, the right acting coaches that have been in the business for 30 plus years. If I told you their names, you wouldn't recognize them, but you've seen them
right.
in everything for the last 40 years.
Yeah.
And just being in the right place at the right time.
A lot of certain character actors and stuff that we know their faces, but you don't know their names.
Right.
But they add so much every role they're in.
Absolutely right. And we're talking about Academy Award winning movies and Emmy TV programs, and stuff that they've been on.
Right. Oh yeah. Now it's Halloween week, and so I know you've been in several horror movies, scary shows, things like that. What's been some of those that people should check out this week before Halloween's over with?
Well, everybody has to check out during October on Disney Plus. It's there now, but Disney's The Haunted Mansion that came out 2 years ago.
Right.
You have Eddie Murphy's version 20 years ago.
Right.
And it's pretty good, but I'm kind of partial to the new one that came out.
Well, I definitely think the new one, it had much better looking ghosts for sure.
Right.
But then it had the special effects in this new one was really good. I mean, they spent a lot of money on that movie.
About $150 million.
Yeah, I mean that's a big budget film, and I did notice last night I was on Disney Plus, and it was at the top scroll. It was
really?
It was like maybe the 4th thing as you scroll across the top was the Haunted Mansion. And I said, well, that's pretty cool that that's
Well,
this
that's
week.
good. Now, have you seen it yet?
I have seen it. Yeah,
Okay.
I watched it the year it came out.
All right.
I thought it was a really good movie, real well done. The guy, I can't remember his name, the lead actor in it.
Lakeith Stanfield.
Yes, he is good in everything that he does.
He
Like
is.
I think he could get up and read the dictionary, and it'd be entertaining.
And I worked with him throughout 4 months of the whole production. Most of my scenes are with Lakeith. Great guy.
Yeah.
You know, behind the scenes, just sitting and talking to him.
Well,
Very intelligent guy.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, and you can tell that just by the way that and he's been in several roles that he really carries the screen when he's on there. You know.
He does.
And then in this one, I mean, you had people like Danny DeVito in it.
Right.
And just a laundry list of Hollywood folks, and you play the Mariner Ghost.
Mariner Ghost, yes.
Now, did you think, well, yeah, this one's kind of built for me?
In the long run, yes. You know, at first, it was the audition. My audition was actually what was on screen, and I didn't even expect to get that, you know.
Right.
And then it was like 3 months after my audition, I get a call from my agent, and boom, I booked the part.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I signed a contract with Disney, so, you know, they owned me for about a year and a half.
Well, there's not many people that I talk to ever that can say they've signed a contract with Disney. So
That's true.
I think you might be the only one on the list. I'm sure there's somebody else, but we had a week or so ago. Do you know Link Hand from this area?
Yes.
He's in a new movie that just came on streaming called Hollywood Grit, and I hadn't had a chance to watch it, but we had him in studio too, and
Okay.
he was talking about that.
Yeah,
Now,
Edie's his mother.
right? Yeah, she is just a publicity machine too,
Right.
for anything that she's got going on. Now, what are some of the other horror movies? I know I mentioned Santa Jaws earlier because you're an evil Santa Claus in that one.
Yeah, I'm the mean Santa Claus or bad Santa at the very beginning of that. That was during Shark Week about 6 or 7 years ago. And now it's kind of become a little cult thing
Right. Yeah.
for Christmas.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So, but then I was on Netflix's We Have a Ghost,
Yeah. That's right.
and I play the
You were getting a
the
tattoo in
biker
that,
dude,
wasn't
yeah, and the ghost runs through me.
you? Yeah.
So then I think there was Backyard Bone Stock. That's a thriller movie. So it's a little cheaply made movie down in New Orleans.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's been seen, you know, quite a bit of times.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and a lot of times you get that bad guy role, or at least you look like a bad guy.
Yeah, I do get that.
But I don't think your characters are necessarily that bad.
Well, I appreciate that.
Now, can you talk on a PG channel about Mr. Slam
Oh,
on Twisted Metal, which is a show on Peacock that's
right.
a huge show. I haven't watched the second season yet, but Creek is featured in the first season in at least one episode.
I'm in episode 7,
That's right.
and I play Mr. Slam, the owner of the Nut House. It's a pit stop for all the characters, you know,
Right.
and so forth. That's how come I didn't make the second season. So when they pick up the third season, word has it that they are going to have me back on the third season.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, we need
So-
more Mr. Slam. I can't tell anybody much about Mr. Slam on the radio. He likes to break watermelons.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I can't say what with. It's not a hammer,
Well, it's a tool.
but it is a really cool show. If y'all have not checked it out on Peacock, definitely go and check out it. And it's got Mackie. Anthony Mackie, who's in all the Marvel movies, you know,
And he was actually in We Have a Ghost.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was in We Have a Ghost. He was the dad in it, wasn't he? But he does a great job in that. And then one guy that I really like, and you have to know it's him, is the clown. Is played by Samoa Joe, the wrestler.
Correct.
And I've gotten a chance to meet Samoa Joe over the years several times. He's just a super guy. Like,
I did not get the opportunity to meet him.
yeah, because y'all were never in. He
Right.
wasn't in any of the scenes at the
Same
bar.
scene.
Now, and I guess you didn't get a chance to meet Will Arnett, whose voice is used on it.
No, I did not. But I did get to work with Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
And Lord, now I'm on
I can't
radio,
remember the female lead's name.
But she was on 911.
Yes, and she did a great job. And
Right.
that was I can't believe I hadn't watched the second season yet because the first season was really fun.
Well, I haven't had a chance to watch it either. But
Yeah.
it's on my bucket list.
Well, you got to pick it up before you're in season 3.
Absolutely.
Anything that you're working on right now?
Well, we have a series that is going to be filmed in Alabama. It's in pre-production, and as we're talking, and it's called Broken Ashler, and it's about the Masons.
Oh, okay.
So up to date.
Uh-oh. This might
The
could
good-
get you
the
killed
good-
even or
The
something.
good, the bad, and ugly, and you know what I'm playing in it.
And are you playing the ugly?
Yeah, I'm playing the ugly, the
I
bad and the ugly.
Why have you been pigeonholed in that ugly role?
I don't know, but it pays the bills.
Right. And now I've seen you dressed up before, though. You can clean up pretty well.
Every once in a while.
Yeah. To some major award shows or things like that. You know.
Right.
Or I guess red carpet walks. That'd be it.
Absolutely, yes.
Any films going on right now?
Everything in the business is slow right now. Now, I have 2 auditions that I'm going to do, one this evening and one tomorrow evening, and they will both be filmed in Birmingham. So they are full feature movies.
Yeah. Now, people really don't realize what goes into auditioning for a role, and I'm sure it's easier these days with being able to do it remotely and stuff like
Right.
that, but it's still a lot of hurry up and then wait.
It is. That's the name of the game right there.
Yeah. Now, how do you get by on just the waiting? Like, it seems to me like that would be what would bother me the most is waiting to hear. You know?
Well, you get used to it. You know, my philosophy is you do the audition, forget about it. Now, I'll be honest with the Disney movie. When I auditioned for Mayor and the Ghost, it was 2 or 3 months later when I found out that I got booked for the gig,
Right.
and I'd honestly forgot about it.
Yeah.
So I had to go back and look at my audition and, reread everything to catch my mind up to date on what's happening. So I stay busy
Yeah.
in between acting gigs. As you know, here in Jasper, I have a little handyman
Right.
business.
And I've
preach
seen
do it
the-
all service.
I've seen the before and after pictures. It looks
Right.
like you do a pretty good job on that stuff.
Well, I appreciate it. I try to. So that keeps me busy. So
Yeah. But and you're on the go all the time. I see on your Facebook post that you're heading to tons of different Comic Cons and things like that. How has that become such a thing? Because I mean, you see everybody from actors, actresses to people who are famous on TikTok. Like, there's just all folks show up for these Comic Con things.
I tell you, it's been a different experience. But then again, I never realized how many people knew who I was
Right.
until I started going to the Comic Cons.
Yeah.
And then, I sit at a desk all day or a booth all day, signing autographs and getting pictures, and it's just amazing of how many people come up to me that know me from the Mayor and the Ghost, but Mr. Slam also.
Yeah.
That's the main one.
Now-
and then also on Red Dead Redemption 2.
I was going to say Red Dead Redemption had to be one that everybody
Yes.
comes to see you about too.
Right.
And in that, you had several different roles in that game.
Correct.
Yeah. What is it do you think that it is about just the Comic Cons for people to show up so much? Like, I mean, it brings out tons and tons of people.
It does. Even in the smaller ones in the little small towns.
Yeah.
It's something that people get to go see celebrities, and I try to relate to them on a one-on-one basis.
Right.
So I mean, they'll come up and talk to me, and just like we're talking right now.
Right.
So it's not a matter of just some of the bigger ones. It's that's like a cattle call. Where
Yeah.
they sign and go. I'm not that big a name, so I have a little bit more time to spend with people.
You get to actually have fun and talk to
Yeah.
the people. That's
Absolutely.
I would think that's the neatest thing about it. I'd never been to one until about 3 or 4 years ago. We've done wrestling shows at them now, and just seeing the way people are dressed for somebody like me that's a people watcher, my goodness.
Well, I still haven't figured it. I mean, I'm amazed, but I still haven't figured people our age. I could understand the young kids,
Right? Yeah.
but the people our age spending bukus of time and money on their costumes.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then they come to the Comic Cons and walk around all day.
Do you have any really crazy ones in your head that you can just off the top of your head
I
you
can't
think
talk
of?
about them right here. I have had one girl lift her top to
Yeah.
sign.
Oh,
and
my
my
gracious.
daughter was sitting right beside me when helping me at the Comic Con in
Right.
Jackson, Mississippi. So yeah,
You
I've
just
had some
never know.
crazy ones.
Yeah, well, and that's what I was going to say. And it ranges because the age range at these things are from 4 or 5 years old all the way to 80.
Absolutely.
And the costume range from the skimpiest looking thing you'd ever see to the cutest little thing you'd ever see. You know, it's just wild, you know.
Well, I'll tell you two things. This is what I remember instead of the crazy ones. This happened. Both of them happened in Brunswick, Georgia, South Georgia. I was at one 30-something-year-old teacher with cerebral palsy traveled 2 hours just to come see me.
Right.
And get my autograph and a picture and, some merchandise. That touched my heart. Same deal. There was a teenager, I think he was like 15 or 16, and he just sat there and stared at me, and his mom and dad was right behind him, and I made this, "Hey, boy, get your butt over here and talk to me."
Yeah, yeah.
And he came over and started talking, and his dad walked up behind him, and his dad started crying. And I didn't know what was going on. He said, he's got autism. He don't talk to people. You just made him one of the first people who made him talk.
Oh, my goodness.
And he just sat there and carried on a conversation about Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, because he was a gamer.
Yeah.
That's wild,
And, and to see his dad, just tears coming down his face,
Oh, yeah.
That's the kind of things I remember.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and that's how it is at the Comic Cons I've been to. Like, the people really do take time. I haven't been to one of the huge ones like in Atlanta or
Right.
any of that kind of stuff. But the people who are the celebrities there, they take time and try to make each person feel special.
Now, what is really I love is I've become friends with a lot of these older celebrities that
Right.
have been around. I can name off John Snyder, Eric Estrada,
Yeah,
Sam Jones, who was Flash Gordon.
Right.
And he's become a good friend. Scott Enos, who has been the voice of Scooby-Doo for the
Right.
last 30 years. He's kind of like my mentor and who actually got me to start doing Comic-Cons.
Oh, wow, yeah. Now, have you done any voiceover work like that on any?
No, just on
other
Red Dead
than-
Redemption 2.
Other than videos? Because you would think you'd have a voice that could go with some cartoon stuff too.
Well, maybe if I get lucky enough, I'll get into it, but I haven't been offered anything.
Yeah. Now you mentioned some of the older guys. Who was the first one you said just then?
John Snyder?
Have you been on any of his movies? Have you been?
No, I
active in
haven't. No, I haven't. But I mean, I talked to him.
Yeah. Because I have a buddy that used to work for him when he lived in New Orleans. He worked for Snyder and did like the makeup and special effects stuff.
Who was that?
His name's Jeff Key. He's from Walker County originally,
That name sounds familiar.
but he lives in L.A. now
Okay.
and does a lot of stuff behind the scenes and films and stuff.
All right.
Well, Creek, let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, I do want to talk a little bit more about the Creek Fix It All,
All right.
and give people your information. So if they need something going on, they can, or they may just be filming a big budget Marvel movie or something, and want your contact information.
Well, that'll work too.
All right, let's take a quick break here on Live at 9, and we'll be right back talking to actor Creek Wilson, Jasper native, who talking about his different experiences, especially some of the horror movies that he's been in since it's Halloween week. We'll be right back on Live at 9. And we are back live here on Live at 9. James Phillips, and this morning I'm joined by Creek Wilson. And Creek, we probably should tell the story behind your name a little bit too. I remember telling that when I've written stories about you before,
Right.
but Creek's not your given name, right?
No, my given name is Scott.
And there was another Scott Wilson that was very popular on The Walking Dead when you started kind of rise up the ranks a little bit.
Correct, and which I've known about him, since I was young and getting in the music business, and I knew I thought back then even one day I might get into acting, and I knew there was going to come a time that I would have to change my name because you can't have two people with the same name
Right.
in the Screen Actors Guild.
So where did Creek come from?
Creek was my writing name going back probably 20, 25 years ago from riding motorcycles with a club in Mississippi, South Mississippi.
Well, and I didn't know if Creek was in your heritage or.
And actually Creek, they named me Creek as my writing name because I am Creek Indian.
Yeah,
My great grandmother was full-blooded Creek Indian.
Okay.
My biological great grandmother.
Yeah, yeah. I knew there was some of the heritage in there somewhere.
Right. So that's where Creek come from.
Now we are a week of Halloween, so where should people go to watch some of your stuff?
Well, you have Netflix.
You got Twisted Metal on
Peacock, Twisted Metal on Peacock.
Peacock.
Netflix, We Have a Ghost.
Right.
And I believe that Backyard Bone Stock is on Netflix. If not, it's on Amazon Prime, and then you have Disney Plus with the Haunted Mansion.
That's right. Oh, and another one that you were in, I just remembered, Ma,
Oh yeah,
because that was a scary movie too.
yeah. I ended up being a way overpaid background actor. They
Yeah.
cut my main scene out, so you can just see me from the distance with Octavia Spencer
Yeah.
in the background. So I worked 2 days and got paid very good. But if you get the DVD, they have the deleted scenes, and I am in the deleted scenes.
Oh, that's cool. I never saw it, I don't think.
And I still get residuals off my.
There you go.
So
Well, and being in it with Octavia Spencer, that had to be pretty cool. And you spent your time with her.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who are some of the celebrities that you've enjoyed spending time with?
Oh, every one of them. Danny DeVito, Danny Glover, John Amos. My favorite is Danny DeVito. And, I mean, it was a pleasure with him.
Yeah.
And then, Owen Wilson, everybody, the whole cast on Disney's.
Yeah.
Anthony Mackie was great, being with him on Twisted Metal. It's just been.
I think I remember you telling me that Danny Trejo was a really cool guy too.
Oh yeah, Danny Trejo. I might have said Danny DeVito.
Yeah, you said
in the
DeVito.
beginning.
Yeah.
Danny Trejo. I filmed. I did stunt work on Badasses on the Bayou.
Right.
With Danny Trejo, Danny Glover, and John Amos.
Okay. Yeah, I've actually seen that one too, and I think it's usually streaming on like Stars or Showtime, one of
Could be,
those.
yeah.
But the way I do it, any movie if we've named off a movie and you want to see it, just Google it, the movie's name, and then streaming after it, and it'll pop up and tell you where to go.
Right.
But that's been one thing that I've had to do too. Did I?
He wants to angle the camera down.
Oh, change it a little bit.
And can you change the thumbnail in here, because I don't have one in there to change.
Oh yeah, I will.
All right.
Sorry, we had technical difficulties going on.
That's all right. I'm used to it.
Yeah, you should be used to that. It's always starting and stopping too.
Absolutely.
So tell everybody more about your homework business where you can help them out a good
Well,
bit.
it's called Creek's Do It All Service, a one-man show. So I do it all by myself. This summer I've built 3 big decks, one with the gabled roof, one with the drive-through carport, one that I will put a roof over in the next spring when the lady gets some more money.
Right.
And then I built 3 big privacy fences. So, that's just part of what I do. Then I do inside. I try to stay outside during the summer, inside during the winter.
Right.
Because I hate cold weather.
Do you?
But
Well, it's
I
just
do
now
love-
turning that way a
I
little
know.
bit.
And 2 days ago, I was in Lakeland, Florida, for the Lakeland Horror Film Festival. I was emceeing it.
Yeah.
And yes, two mornings ago, I was sitting on the back deck, shorts, no shirt, drinking my coffee. This morning, I was bundled up.
I
drinking
bet you
my
were.
coffee.
Yeah. Because it was probably, what, 40 degrees this morning?
Yeah, about that probably.
Yeah, after you've been out in basically an island resort,
Right.
now you get to come home to the cold.
Absolutely.
But I would rather have this than I don't like the summer heat when it.
Oh, I love the summer heat.
Yeah, well, you can just get on your motorcycle and take all your clothes off and
I can do that.
ride a helmet, and that'd be about it. Well, Creek, what else? What else people need to know happening with you or coming up with you?
Well, right now there's nothing really. The next big Comic Con I got is the Cajun Con down in Houma, Louisiana. Not Houma, Gonzales, Louisiana, which is outside of Baton Rouge,
Right.
and it's going to be a big one. So I'm there for that the 1st of December.
Man, that'll be a lot. That'll be a lot of fun. And most of the Comic Cons that you do, are most of them around the southeast, or
Most of them, yes.
That's what I was thinking.
Now, I have gone to the other side of Oklahoma. I've been in Texas. Next year, I'll be back in Texas and Oklahoma.
Now, I would think Oklahoma and Texas are good places to go for Red Dead Redemption because you got everybody wanting to talk about the Wild West game and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I figured that would be your main one. Anything coming up as far as any more auditions?
I have 2 auditions. One today I have to do, and one tomorrow. So they will be 2 movies filmed.
And you
in
said they were
Birmingham.
being filmed in Birmingham. What is it about Birmingham last 10, 15 years, movie making has picked up in Birmingham?
I reckon it's the weather, and the locations. I did. They just came out this year. Shot them a couple of years ago. One was Gunner with Luke Hemsworth and Morgan Freeman.
Right.
And if you watch that movie, people will see Tannehill State Park, different places, in and around Birmingham.
Yeah.
Then I did Neighborhood Watch with Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Jack Quaid. And we filmed all around downtown Birmingham, outside, the city.
Yeah.
So you watch it, everybody will see landmarks.
Now,
around
is it out
Birmingham.
now, too?
Yes.
What's the name of it?
Neighborhood Watch.
Neighborhood Watch. I need to check. I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan a lot from,
Right.
his Walking Dead days and other stuff, too. And then Jack Quaid is really,
He's coming up.
he's an up-and-comer. If I'm not mistaken, he was the guy in the Novocaine movie. Have you seen that
I
one?
haven't seen that one.
Novocaine's really funny. It's kind of almost like a superhero thing that he can survive just about anything.
Well,
But it's cool.
I have a scene with both of them.
Oh, there you go.
And they were great to work with.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I know Birmingham has definitely picked up in the last several years. It seemed like a lot of films are moving from the New Orleans and Atlanta area to film in Birmingham.
Birmingham.
So.
I think I've heard, my agent told me, between this past August, next year during August in the 12-month period, the whole state of Alabama has 17 projects.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot coming out. And it takes one thing with me is I don't have the patience to wait on movies that I hear have filmed and things like that because, McConaughey was here,
Right.
2 years ago now, and that film just debuted at one of the big festivals.
And that's how long it takes sometimes for it to come out. I auditioned for that movie. I didn't get a part in it. But,
Yeah.
it'd have been nice to.
Yeah. Now, what's your typical? That was something I was going to ask earlier because when we were talking about Haunted Mansion, that was a long process as far as filming.
Right.
What's the typical film range? 30 days or so, or
To film, usually about 30 days.
that's what I was thinking.
But the Haunted Mansion lasted 4 months.
Yeah, I was going to say you were there for
From
months.
October through the end of February.
Yeah.
Now, with that given said, Lakeith Stanfield broke his ankle. Danny DeVito got COVID. So we didn't really do much during the month of January
Right.
because of those two things happening.
And that was pretty high profile COVID in those days.
Right,
That was we got to
right.
shut everything down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Creek, I appreciate you coming in this morning, and especially with it being Halloween week. Everybody, just do a search for Creek Wilson and go through his filmography and go back over and watch some of those, especially any of them that you got residuals coming in. If we watch the stream, is that going to give you a couple
Yes,
pennies?
yes, it will. And it'll help buy my daughter some new shoes.
There you go. That's what, so go out and find any of the Creek movies. So we got to get his daughter some shoes. Well, Creek, I do appreciate you coming in. This week, rest of the week, we got some good stuff lined up. Tomorrow, Heart, the organization here in town that does counseling, they're going to be in with a counselor, and they're going to be talking about seasonal depression, which is something that we were just talking about. It's getting cold, and once the days get shorter and it gets colder outside, a lot of people do get affected by seasonal depression. Some of us are affected by it year round, but some of us are seasonally affected. So we're going to talk about that. If you have any questions, be sure to call them in or comment them on the Facebook page, and we'll be sure to ask those questions with the counselors tomorrow. And then on Thursday, I've got Martha Solomon coming in. She's going to be telling her Sipsy Creature story, which she's known for. And then on Friday, I've got a group of paranormal investigators coming in to talk about some of the places that they've looked at in Walker County and all over the state of Alabama that are possibly haunted. So can't wait to talk to them too. For Creek Wilson, I'm James Phillips. Until tomorrow, be kind and love, and we'll see you on Live at 9 on Wednesday morning.